I tell you how glad I am you called. After all this time, the one bright spot to end my whole terrible day. And to think I was almost down the street just having coffee. How insane is that? Do you ever get coffee at that place? It's good coffee. Pricey, but aren't they all? And is it that good? I don't know. I'm actually supposed to stop drinking coffee anyways, right? Right. Have I told you I've been doing this positive imagery, creative visualizations? Caffeine's a blocker or something. Imagery helps with the physical problems, from the injury after the accident. Can you believe this has been going on for 6 years now? How insane is that? Well, it is, let me tell you. A bordering on schizophrenic 6 years, which is almost impossible for me to wrap my head around. And not because of the brain thing either.
Almost 7.
What?
Almost 7 years.
7, my Lord. 7 years. How crazy is that?
Sounds like it.
Anyways, I can't believe you still had my number. I've lost everyone's. Did you used to have a phone book? I mean, that was one thing, but with a phone, the number goes in, and then something happens, and, well, it's lost. And not like lost because you can't find the book, but gone. And what can you do about it? Nothing. So, I'm glad you called.
You were listed.
What?
I didn't have your number. You were listed.
Okay, now that is funny. Like, strange funny, because I never thought of myself as listed. Are people still listed?
I'm listed.
You're listed. You know that?
Oh, I've asked for myself.
Really? Anyway, have I told you what a terrible day I've had? With my brain, I forget, so forgive me. And dealing with this lawsuit has made me even more bonkers. How are you?
I'm okay. Listen, the reason that I found you.
I can't believe how perfect this is.
She's told me so much about you.
Wait, you don't know each other? This is the friend who has basically nursed me back to health over the past 6 years. 7 years. So I could have sworn you two knew each other, but that may be my brain or a dream. I've been working on harnessing my dreams, using them in my day-to-day life. And I sometimes get things a little mixed up.
Or straightened out.
Right. Dreams have incredible power.
Dreams of flying, for instance.
What?
Dreams of flying. Flight is a fairly common dream. It can be very significant. Symbolizing freedom. A struggle for control over one's circumstances.
I dream of flying a lot.
Of course, if you're flying and lose control, start to fall, for instance, it may be a sign that you have a lack of power or are afraid of overcoming obstacles.
I run into telephone poles. In my dreams, I mean.
Obstacles!
Which isn't to say that I haven't since the accident. Not sure if that's the right way to incorporate a dream, huh? Anyways, how long has it been? 10 years?
11.
Right. So, did you even know about my injury or the accident?
I think so. I think, Joe told me.
Right. Well, as you may expect, the saga continues. So, what did Joe tell you?
I can't remember. It's been a while. Listen, the reason that I called you, the reason that I found you, I'm sorry I called you because Joe took his own life.
Why didn't he call me? We talked like all the time. We were so close. He should have said something.
I,
When did he call you?
oh, he didn't. His sister called me, told me what happened last night.
How do you know his sister?
I don't, but she called me and I tried to thank his other friends and
I was listed.
so I called.
He took his own life.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's good?
When you break it down, it's an affirmation, really. Like reclaiming, which is the only thing that makes any sense, really. You can't take something that was already yours, you take it back.
That is good.
Who are you?
Are you sure you don't know each other?
Of course, if you lose your life, if it's taken from you, it's still a statement, just not your own.
Did you even know Joe?
Oh, I didn't have to.
You should have. He was a great guy. He was smart and giving and funny and generous.
How long since you'd spoken to him?
Joe had been depressed. They switched his medication.
People get depressed. People get new medication. People don't just.
Except they do.
So, how did he do it? Did his sister find the body?
No, I didn't want to ask her about any details, and so I was trying to think of how she would have maybe found him. I think he might have considered that. Maybe.
Joe was a great guy.
What one of his friends said was that he was at work.
Oh, Joe hated his job.
He went up on the roof of the building, and
And he jumped.
yeah, he jumped.
He jumped? I never would have.
Me neither.
Of course that's what he did. He hated his job and he hated his life. So he did his 9 to 5, as usual, and he clocked out and went straight up to the top, to the roof of the building. He knew the building was high enough. He knew people would see, they'd have to. So someone he cared about would have to find him at some undetermined time later, and then he jumped. It's a proactive, really, a positive step, even if it is off a building.
Please leave.
Right. Okay. Because I'm actually expecting a call from my lawyer. The insurance company may want to settle.
I so don't give a shit!
What?
Look, I'm sorry. I'm sure your brain is of grave concern to you, but it's actually not to me, nor is your very concerned friend with all the answers to me far too comfortable here. I want you both out of my house. I'm going through a lie. My friend Joe is dead.
He was my.
He was your dead friend too. Yes, he seemed to have a lot of friends, and for all I know, you could have been his best goddamn friend. I haven't had the slightest idea why he didn't call you or let you in on his great plans to be dead.
But isn't that what you want to know too?
What?
You want to know why he didn't call you? Why he didn't tell you he was at home or out of breakfast? Out of energy to keep pushing uphill every damn day? Why he never called you when he was feeling depressed or alone? When you maybe could have done something, and maybe, just maybe, that would have made a difference. Maybe you could have understood, or at the very least, you would have figured out his how, his why, his what.
I think I hate you.
Well, good. But there's really no reason to feel guilty.
I don't feel guilty.
There's nothing you could have done.
Probably not.
When a person makes a strong choice like that about his or her own life, there's only so much influence other people can have. Of course, there's really only so much influence you have on your own life. Getting hit by a bus, struck by lightning, for instance.
Or both.
What?
Maybe simultaneously.
I,
For me, it's proactive, a positive step. I think I'll dream about it.
okay.
Of course, there's always the possibility of being crushed by, say, falling bodies.
Right. Nice to meet you.
So, is there going to be a memorial for Joe?
Yeah, I'll call you.
You have my number,
Yeah, I do.
and I've got yours.
Oh.
It was great seeing you. If you knew the terrible week I've had. Oh, when did he?
On Tuesday.
On Tuesday?
Yeah, on Tuesday.
Well, that makes absolutely no sense at all.